Yes, we come a long way. Dread it, vibe, and throw it out. Yes, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Film Room. We are live here downtown Southtown 101 in Pub Sports Radio Studios. Coming at you. Texas Drew is in the house along with the producer, Josie. What is up? So yes. Another week has gone by since the last episode. In the last episode, we did talk a lot. And when it comes to talking about a lot, about the MCU, and we still got more to talk about because when all that was still going on in Disney inventory last week, well, we still got some trailers that we need to see and discuss. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have already seen it already, but I haven't discussed them on this show. So we're just going to go ahead and talk about those later. But first, let's talk about The Mandalorian and the latest episode called The Believer. And I loved it. I liked it. You know, I mean, each episode gets better and better when it comes to The Mandalorian. And this episode was great. We didn't see any of Baby Yoda. Oh, I'm sorry, Grogu. We didn't see any of him in this episode, but we got to see Boba Fett with his new brand of paint on his armor. And just real quick before I do get into that, the original Boba Fett, who was played by Jeremy Burlock, actually he passed away today at the age of 75. And he actually did make a cameo appearance within the Mandalorian series. And of course, you would have to see the series to find that out and see who he was playing, because I'm not going to give away that Easter egg. But yes, the original Boba Fett has passed away today at the age of 75. So Mr. Jeremy Burlock, may he rest in peace. And thank you so much for playing one of the greatest characters, or should I say bounty hunters of all time. So thank you so much for that, sir. So go ahead and get into it. Pretty much Mandalorian was seeking help from wouldn't say former protege, but somebody from season 1 who kind of helped him trying to locate Moff Gideon, I'm sorry. And yeah, man, so he, tried to find out where the boy is and where the child is, and they went to a base and some good fight scenes. And another Easter egg that I'm going to give away here, he took off his helmet again. And of course, the audience got to see his face and stuff like that. But the person who was helping him saw his face too. And of course, the Mandalorians they're not supposed to show their face. It's part of their, their beliefs and their religion and all that. Seeing Joe's face and his reactions that we get to see, not, with the helmet and everything on and stuff like that, but like what they were having, that sort of Mexican stare down. That's what I love about this show. It's like a Western. It's so much like a Western, where you have the stare downs, the quick draws, the gun shootouts, the gun fights and all that stuff. And I'm always badass. And it's always badass to see that, and they'll pay those homages to those old Western films. And pretty much Mandalorian that's what it is. It's pretty much a cool Western set in space and far, far away in a galaxy in a distant future, supposedly. But just, thinking about all of that just makes me want to just, bulk up and stuff and get ready, and using bulk supplements, which you get 5 to 10% off of your first purchase using the promo code PubSports. Check it out, bulksupplements.com. That's bulksupplements.com, where you get 5 to 10% off of your first purchase using promo code PubSports. Go check it out. So watching this episode and just seeing the reactions, the help that Mando gets, especially from Boba Fett, and just seeing that Boba Fett armor all in that green, I guess you want to call it gangrene type of green, that old Jet's faded color, I guess you could say. Just seeing that all pretty much not faded out, pretty much fresh paint, because that's what he got, is classic and amazing. And then with the help that he gets and the information that he finds out where he is located, which is the last episode that we're going to see, which is tomorrow, for the Mandalorian, and that would be it until for Disney Plus when it comes to original shows until Wanda Vision comes out in January. But the very end of this episode, that Moff Gideon gets the message that he receives from Mando was just spectacular. And Josie, you said you saw these episodes, right?
Yes, I saw it. Shout out to Bill Burr. Did a great job.
Right?
Bill Burr, excellent as always.
He's a funny ass comedian too, man. Let me tell you. But he can play those serious roles. That's what I'm saying. That scene that they had, they were talking to his, I guess, former general or whatever, and he was discussing about that battle. The look that he had on his face was just like, I don't know how to describe it, because you know him as a comedian, you know him as a funny guy, right? And what he put on that scene and that performance was just badass in itself. And like what Josie said, props to him, because he fucking showed up in that episode. He had his little one-liners in there, but when the episode started ending, you saw the seriousness in him. And I guess he was the believer, because the episode was titled The Believer. And I believe Bill was that believer. So
they did a lot of good stuff in this episode.
They did.
I also liked how they had to sneak into a compound in this episode, and they were like, "Who's gonna go with them?" You know, I can't go with them. I can't go with them. And they're like, "I guess I gotta go." And everyone's like, "Oh well, fuck, man, you can't take off your mask." And then of course he finds another way to get around it. And then eventually you get the whole thing. And then Bill Burr becomes Bill Burr. She's the commander. It's a good episode.
It's a very good episode. It is a very good episode, and I enjoyed it very much. I'm just dying to see what this last episode is gonna be, because we already know there's gonna be a season 3 when it comes to the Mandalorian.
This next episode is the last episode.
This next episode is the last episode of the Mandalorian season 2. And we won't wait.
Why are you always giving me back?
I don't know. That's just sorry.
Wow.
But I mean, it is, it is what it is. I mean, we had a good run. Mandalorian was great season 2. I think it's going to be even better season finale. And then 2 weeks after that, we get Wanda Vision. So it's there. It is there.
So 3 weeks we get Wanda Vision?
Yes, it should come out January, I think 10th or the 15th. So it's coming. It'll be here before you know it. The old year is already out. New Year's coming in. So, but we'll see on next week what's going to be happening with Mando, and does he get Grogu? I mean, I'm always calling him Baby Yoda, but Grogu.
Call him by his name.
Got to call him by his name now. Got to call him Grogu. See if he gets him back, because, like I said, that message that he sent before the episode ended was like badass. Mando literally said, "That kid means more to me than you will ever know."
Bitch.
Exactly. And I really do think that Grogu is still going to become a Jedi. And I honestly think that Mando would teach him the ways. And I'm not saying, it's a prediction. It's coming out of left field. The reason why I say that is because, of course, Ahsoka Tano could not train him. But would we find other Jedis? Because the episode before that, he was on that enchanted rock. He was, meditating, and his energy was going up there.
Yeah, that was cool.
So who did he connect with is what I'm saying.
I enjoyed, I don't know if this was last week or this week. I enjoyed the image of Grogu and a lightsaber when Moff Gideon came in there and was talking shit to him.
Oh, with the black saber?
Yeah, when he had that out, then that's like Grogu's probably his first time seeing a lightsaber.
Yeah, oh yeah, I kind of do believe that, probably.
And,
yeah,
and I thought that was cool to see him his first interactions with it, and maybe he'll be the one with that sword. Who knows?
You never know. But what sucks is that he gets he's so strong and so powerful, it just drains him so much, because he's just a kid. I mean, we know how Yoda was so old and stuff like that, and how their lifespan, they age as slow as more than humans do or whatever.
Yeah, Grogu's 50 for those who don't know.
Exactly. So he's a 50-year-old kid who is very strong and knows some of the Force. But when you kind of cross him and get him angry,
he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Like he'll literally just Like you see some of that Darth Vader in him, you know, where you saw in not this episode, but the last one where he was choking somebody.
Yeah, I was about to say
he was choking somebody with the force.
Literally force choked someone.
Yeah.
No, and let's not forget he also was eating baby eggs.
He pretty much eats everything in sight.
He's a fat ass.
Yeah. I don't know where it goes, but yeah.
It's again fat ass.
So, but you know, it is what it is. Last episode is tomorrow. And we have to wait for season 3 by next Christmas.
Worst news I've heard all day. So thanks, Andrew.
Boom. But yeah, I mean, Mando last episode tomorrow, but we get Wanda Vision the following month. So if you have not seen this trailer of Wanda Vision, and it's the first time seeing it, and if you're watching right now live while you're watching this trailer, when this trailer is over, give me your thoughts on that trailer. So Joe is gonna cue it up. We're gonna get it rocking and rolling. Have you seen the trailer, Josie?
I've seen multiple trailers. I don't know if this is the trailer I've seen, but you know, let's take a peek and see.
Take a gander.
So what's a single gal like you doing rattling around this big house?
Well, I assure you, I'm married to a man, a human one.
One.
Got the monkeys playing in the background.
We are an unusual couple.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
We just don't know what to expect.
Howdy, neighbors. Hey, bud.
Wanda, what's up?
Who are you?
I don't know.
Monica Rambeau.
I think something's wrong here.
Wanda, can you hear me? Who's doing this now?
Are you here to help us? This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Well, I think we handled that well.
Boom. This is literally House of M come to life. For those comic book nerds knows what I am talking about. We talked about House of M on this show as well. This is literally the House of M come to life. And in the comic books, the House of M, Wanda creates her own reality. And we are literally seeing this in Disney Plus for WandaVision. You saw the trailer of her just making that she goes along. And of course, you saw the decades and the times that we saw. It's pretty much the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way up to the 90s when it comes to this show. And I think they said it's 8 episodes of WandaVision that we're going to get when it comes on Disney Plus. And of course, it's going to be like how it is with the Mandalorian. You get that one show a week. You got to wait it out. And you know, the funniest thing, a lot of people are starting to do that when it comes to streaming services, honestly, too. Amazon Prime starting to do that, too, with The Boys. So it's there. Oh, look, hey, what's up, baby? Amanda's watching. Oh, and so is Ari Gold. Wow. Well, what's up to you, too, Missy?
Yeah, Ari Gold hates me.
No, I don't think so.
I think she does. No, I think she does. So it's okay.
Well, maybe she'll answer in a little bit. Do you hate Josie, Ari? Is that why?
That's why she's not around.
She's calling you out, bro. He's calling you out. But you saw it. You saw the trailer. And was this a trailer you saw, Josie?
No, I saw that she was holding her tum like she's pregnant too. So
that was in one of the trailers too. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna see them kids. We're gonna see Wicked and Speed, which are her children's names, or
The real question is who's the big bad? Who's fucking with her?
Okay, this is my theory because this ties into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Okay, this show is gonna tie into Doctor Strange and Wanda herself Elizabeth Olsen is actually filming as we speak in England for the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So I think it's a possibility. It's just a long shot that this could be Nightmare. Now, Nightmare is a villain of the Doctor Strange comic books who, just like how it sounds, just like how he sounds, he's Nightmare. He's a demon, almost a demon-like creature who can just bring out your worst in you and give you the worst fears that you've ever had and all this other stuff. So this could possibly be him, or this could be maybe US or some type of government who just has her in some type of tonic state or in a sleep or something like that. Because we know she comes back in Endgame and she talks with Barton, and you know that we did it for them and all this other stuff, and that was pretty much the last time we saw Wanda was in Endgame. And now we get this whole trailer where she's literally making up a life that she wants and as she goes. So don't know who's doing this, but it's a long shot. It could be the military or it literally could be Nightmare, because you saw in the trailer that one of the actors said, "Are you here to save us?" And then Wanda, when the trailer said, "This is our home," like, let's fight for it. And they fight for whatever it is that they're doing. And even Monica Rambeau, who we saw in Captain Marvel as the little girl in Captain Marvel, she's even said it in the trailer, "I don't know what I'm doing here." Because Wanda even asked her, "Who are you?" And her response was, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know." So, and then you heard in the trailer, "Wanda, who's doing this to you? What is going on?" Like, is she inside of some sort of spell, or is she in a comatose type of state where she's asleep and this is all going in her head? And within the trailer, you see glimpses of the Mind Stone, just all these little images of the Mind Stone. So it's just crazy, because in the House of M, in the comic book itself, she creates her own reality and she pretty much destroys the actual reality and makes what her reality becomes real. And in some of the trailers, you do see Monica Rambeau kind of getting, sucked out of that reality and coming into our reality, into our world. I'm just super stoked about it, dude. Like, I cannot wait. This is going to be the first series that comes out of Marvel. All these series do wrap around within the MCU and the big theatrical versions. So I'm ready for WandaVision, and I hope you guys are ready too. And we got some answers there, Josie. See, Amanda Rogan says no one hates you, Josie. There you go.
Thanks, Amanda.
Well, then Ari just did. So, man, I don't know. No, that's what you call it, Ari Gold. Fuck it.
That's why we call her Selena Gomez.
Ah, boom. She ain't here to say nothing. What's up, Selena? Speaking of Selena, that series is actually pretty good. A lot of people giving like bad choices because of the hairstyle and all that stuff. What you should be really mad about is the scenery and the shots that they do of San Antonio. That's all I gotta say about that for that series. But going back to WandaVision, we're gonna get it. It's ready to go. It was supposed to come out in spring of 2021, but they pushed it up. It's coming out in January. So yes. So after pretty much WandaVision is over, we're gonna get the Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, which comes out in March. The trailer came out as well on that day of the Disney inventory day. Like I said, it was a whole shitload of stuff that they came out with that day when it comes to Pixar, to Disney itself, to Star Wars, to Marvel. And we didn't even get through that. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where are they at? Well, the last time we saw them was in Endgame. They were, kind of still buddy, and with Falcon getting the shield of Cap, getting the mantle passed down. I don't know if he's going to be called Captain America in this one, because in the comic books he does be considered called Captain America once he takes the shield. But he doesn't. I don't know. The trailer that I've seen and the trailer that we're gonna watch right now, I think that shield is up for grabs. Honestly, I mean, I think it's up for grabs. So let's jump right into it. This is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The series comes out March of 2021. So let's go. Oh boy.
The legacy of that shield is complicated.
The world is upside down. People need something to get behind. They need the symbol. So what's our plan? So no plan.
There's his plan.
Great.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours?
You don't want to know.
Oh, yeah, I can see it working. Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire.
God, I hate you.
So have that kind of buddy camaraderie there when it comes to that. See, the trailer was badass, and you know the part where he was flying solo by himself, taking on those missiles and stuff like that. In that scene, there's a part where he shuts his wings off, and he kind of does like he's flying over the rocks, and he kind of does like a jump thrust, touching the rocks and then turning his wings back on, like that. Like that's just awesome. We finally get to see his actual red, and you can call it gray, but it's usually red and white suit that we got from the comic books. So that's cool there, paying that homage to the original Falcon suit. And of course, you know, Bucky still being Bucky, the Winter Soldier. He's still supposedly, he's completely erased from all the mind wiping and stuff like that when he was in Wakanda. And I'm just ready for this one. We're gonna get to see Baron Zemo. Finally, we're gonna get to see the actual Baron Zemo when he puts on his big, beautiful purple mask, covers his face, and hopefully he's gonna be wielding a sword, maybe or not. But there's a lot of theories that's been going on about this series. That is Bucky still, you know, Bucky? Is he still that friend of Captain America? And of course, we saw a little bit of homage to Cap himself in the beginning of the trailer. But like, is he still that friend, or is he that Winter Soldier? Yeah, it says the Winter Soldier in the title, because I mean that's who he is, but is he still the Winter Soldier? Because you remember in Civil War, Baron Zemo was the one who reactivated the Winter Soldier by reading the Red Book, by saying all that stuff in Russian, and he just pretty much flipped the switch and he became the Winter Soldier again. Now, we know that he got sent to Wakanda, supposed to get all the mind wipe and all that stuff, but apparently it could still be in there. Like, he still could, all you have to do is just say those words and he could probably turn it on. And in this scene, we kind of still see that him and Baron Zemo come face to face, because you see that metal arm dropping those bullets in front of him. Now, is that them catching Baron? Is that them catching Zemo? Or is that the Winter Soldier teaming up with Baron Zemo? Because we know in the comic books, these two characters, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they both take on the mantle of Captain America. So are they fighting for that mantle to be Captain America amongst one another? Or is the person that you saw wearing the Cap suit, which is considered Agent 16 or 13, one of the two, and that is played by Wyatt Russell, who is the son of Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. So we're finally going to get to see some of that action going on. And is he a big character within this series? Because that's who the government made the new Captain America. And you saw him with the shield. We don't know if that's the actual vibrating shield or they just created one right out of the blue. But I'm just so ready for this series as well. I'm ready to see where it goes. I'm ready to see what this ties into the MCU. They haven't really said much on it or about it, that where does it tie into. All I really know is that some of these villains that they are facing within this series are previous villains from other MCU movies. So that's going to be cool too in itself. So I mean, all these series I'm so ready for, and I'm pretty sure you guys are too, ready for some new content and all that other stuff when it comes to the MCU, because I mean, shit, we've been waiting for Black Widow for the past 2 years, and that's supposed to be still coming out in theaters this next year in May. So who knows? They might do theater and do Disney Plus at the same time. You know, fuck it. I say go for it. I'll still buy it no matter what. I'll buy it on Disney Plus. I'm probably go see it in the theaters. Who knows? Gina, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I got Mr. Tim in the house, North Carolina. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in too, man. Switching gears, still sticking with the Marvel theme. I've been telling you about this What If series for the longest time. We finally got a freaking trailer on it. And Josie, have you seen this trailer at all?
I actually have.
I
actually have seen this. I was surprised to see it was animated, but this is
the first one. Yes, the first animated series when it comes to Marvel. Yes, sir.
I think this would be the thing that I'm most excited for because it's something different.
Exactly. And I'm with you on that one, bro. I think this one for me also as well trumps the other two, or should I say the other series, as in Loki, Winter Soldier, and Wanda Vision, which are all coming out next year. This What If I've been talking about on this show, even when Jay Steele's been here, when the girls have been here. We've talked about it. We finally get to see an actual trailer of it. We just got a little bit of concept art and stuff like that from previous, Comic-Cons or whatever, or Disney Expos and all that stuff. But now the trailer has been dropped. For those who have seen it, cool. For those who haven't, here you go. Let's do this.
Space. Time. Reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
I was promised an army.
You have a super soldier.
You sure don't seem too freaked out about all this, kid. What you doing out there all by yourself anyway?
Exploring the world.
Sounds fun. But why stop at one world when we can show you all of them?
I am the Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and dare to face the unknown.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be badass.
And ponder the question. What if?
Give me the toy.
You heard his, oh my God, he heard his voice. You heard his voice, y'all. You heard his voice. And you know who I'm talking about. You heard Chadwick Boseman's voice as T'Challa. Like, the trailer thoughts, guys, if you're watching right now, please let me know, what are your thoughts on this one? Like, it's the first animated series coming out of Marvel. It is badass. And the like I said before, Jeffrey Wright, who is the Watcher, you saw him, he is the narrator of these stories. And if you don't know who Jeffrey Wright is, he's been on plenty of movies. He's actually the new Commissioner Gordon when it comes to the new Batman movie. He's been on tons of movies. The one I really like him in a lot is He's People from the Shaft movie with Samuel L. Jackson. So he's Peoples. So I like him in that role. He's been on the Hunger Games, Cadillac Records. He played as Muddy Waters. It was one of his best performances ever as Muddy Waters, playing him. Like, he is a badass actor, and you heard it in his voice. And he is the Watcher. And if they ever bring the Watcher to live action, just sign him up already. But he is the new Commissioner Gordon for the new Batman movie. And of course, now he is the Watcher for the What If series. And I believe this series is 10 episodes. So 10 episodes of the first season. So we're going to keep on getting some more What If series. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. You saw the trailer. You saw who is the Captain Britain, I should say. You saw Steve Rogers still as the skinny Steve Rogers. You saw T'Challa playing Star-Lord. You saw the fucking Marvel zombies, bro. You saw the Marvel zombies. And Cap was a zombie, and he threw the shield to Bucky, and Bucky stopped it and threw it right back. And then it cuts away to another scene somewhere in Asgard. I don't know who that was, opening the door into Asgard. It's just crazy of these alternate realities that they're going to come up with, especially now with the Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness. That's going to be more alternate realities. With Spider-Man, it's going to be more alternate realities, because all the people that they're bringing into that movie of the old villains and of the old Spider-Man, like the MCU is getting better and better and better. Everybody thought, that's it, Endgame, there's no more Tony Stark, Robert Downey's not going to be there, some of the original fives are gone. I think they're in good hands, dude. They're in excellent hands. We're getting Moonlight, we're getting Miss Marvel, we're getting She-Hulk, we're getting Secret Invasion, bro. Secret Invasion is becoming a series. It's not a movie, and everybody thought that would be the next Avengers movie, would be the Secret Invasion. But no, that's a series in itself, and it's bringing back Samuel L. Jackson and also Ben Maskin, who plays Talos of the Skrull. They're all coming back for that one. And for those who know Secret Invasion comic book series, well, there you go. How many people, or I should say, how many Avengers or superheroes are actually Skrulls? You know what I'm saying? And then with Iron Man being gone, of course, Brody's getting his own series in Armor's Wars. So War Machine's getting his own series, but there is a new Iron Man. And I shouldn't say man, I should say Iron Heart. And for those who don't know who Iron Heart is, she's pretty much the female genius who takes up the mantle of Iron Man. She's a genius in her own self. She creates pretty much almost the exact same technology as Tony does, because that's how smart she is. And somehow or another, it would be so cool to have in the Iron Heart series, and if they do it just like how the comic book series is, having Tony himself as the artificial intelligence, playing that Jarvis role. Because we're gonna see some Tony Stark in the What If series, and that's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. Like I said, all the actors who played them in the MCU have all came back for this What If series. So we're still gonna see Tony as Tony, or as another way, should I say, maybe Doctor Strange. and Doctor Strange is Iron Man. Who knows where they're gonna go with this? So I'm just saying, this what if series, everything is gonna be all tied into the MCU. All these series are all tied into one another. Marvel's fine, y'all. They're fine. They're set. So it's same thing with Star Wars, with all their spinoffs that they're doing too as well. So, I mean, I'm just ready. I'm stoked. I'm so ready for Wanda Vision. Sucks Mandalorian's ending Friday, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna get in 2-3 weeks. We're gonna get Wanda, and then after Wanda, we're gonna get Winter Soldier, and after Winter Soldier, we're gonna get the What If series, and then we're gonna keep on getting Loki. It's gonna keep on coming, yo. They're just gonna keep on coming. It's gonna keep on coming.
I hope so.
So we're all good on that. My recommendation for this week to watch, for you guys to watch, is the movie called The Trial of the Chicago 7. It's on Netflix, based on a true story. It's with Sacha Baron Cohen, who plays Borat. He's in this movie, so I'm pretty sure Josie's gonna see it since Borat is in this one. You should check it out, Josie. It's a good movie. It's about 2 hours, but it would keep you within that 2 hours. You will not turn your eyes or your head away from this movie. It is really that good. It is really that good. I saw it with Amanda 2 nights ago, and she was like, let's watch something. Let's put on something. And I was like, all right, what do you want to watch? She was like, I don't know. I was like, you know what? Let's put this movie on. I've been wanting to watch it. And we started watching it. We didn't turn it off or anything like that. We just kept watching it through the whole time. And from beginning to end, I was like blown, because I'm a history buff. I'm a history buff when it comes, even in school. When I went to school, history was my subject. And I know some of the history on the 68 riots of Chicago and what the book told you. Well, all that book was just bullshit. Just like any fucking, history book that is out there. They only want to teach you the history that they want to teach you. They don't want to teach you all the history. And in this movie, you get all the history of that particular time and era of the 68 riots in Chicago. And it's crazy, and it's so freaking mind-blowing that even back then, which is about 50 years ago, 68, 70, 68, 70, yeah, pretty much almost about 50 years ago, you can say that things have not changed. From 1968 until present day, this movie will make you realize that things have not changed whatsoever. It has not. It has not changed whatsoever. So go ahead, watch that movie. Once you're done watching it, tell me your thoughts. You can hit me up on all my social media outlets and stuff like that. But once you do watch it, you just need to pretty much, after you're done watching it, you should just go to mybookie, mybookie.ag, where you get 50% off of the first bet that you deposit. It has to be at least over $100. Has to be at least $100 on your first deposit. Use the promo code PubSports. It's a gambling website. You can place your bets on NFL, NBA, MLB, pretty much almost every major league sport that is out there. And I'm pretty sure they probably even do cricket. So yeah, you can even place your bets on cricket. So go to mybookie.ag, enter that promo code PubSports, and you will get 50% off of first deposit. It has to be $100 minimum. Just letting you know. Mybookie.ag. But yeah, seeing that movie, like it got to me, and especially how the way it ended too. I can admit I teared up a little bit. So yeah, but it has all those emotions. It has the little bit of a comedy in there, because of course, Sasha has to get his one-liners and stuff in there, and they're good. Let me tell you, he plays a badass fucking role in this movie, being Abby. And for those who don't know who Abby is, anybody remember a movie called Forrest Gump, where Forrest Gump is in Washington, D.C., and they're talking about the war, and the guy that says Vietnam, that's who Abby is. in this movie. That's who Sasha's playing, is that character. And of course, he was a hippie, he was a beatnik, always toking it up, but yet he knew his shit, and he knew, like, just Vietnam War was just bad and horrible, and it was all political stuff. And it sucks that it's still doing this today, that the world we live in is still like that. Like I said, once you watch that movie until the end, you're going to be like, shit, nothing has changed over the past 50 years. And it really hasn't. I said that. Amanda Rogan said that when we were done watching this movie. And it really is mind-boggling. Yeah, mind-boggling. When your mind's trapped inside of a bottle. But that's how good this movie is. And I recommend y'all should watch it. It's on Netflix. Go ahead and check it out. It is called The Trial of the Chicago 7. So check that out, brah. Well, that's going to be pretty much it when it comes to the cinema side. Let's go ahead and go over to where we tackle the sports on this show. And let's just get right into it. Spurs are playing today. We got some football going on. Granted, it's only preseason for the Spurs, but yeah, it's getting to some good glimpses of the rookies, especially of that first round draft pick that we got so high up as the 11th pick. I think it was 11th or 10th pick, something like that. The Florida State Seminole, that rookie, who's actually pretty good. In his first game that he had like 23 points, 5 rebounds, and I think like 3 block shots or something like that. So I can see some great things coming out of this kid. Granted, he's not, that come right off the floor, that huge, impact. He was impact right away. We know, us San Antonians should know that the Spurs are still in the rebuilding year, and that, of course, they might not even make the playoffs this year again. But I think things are on the coming up, and it looks promising. And of course, Pop, it's going to be Pop's last year. And I really do think Becky Hammond is the next coach in waiting when it comes to the Spurs into this NBA season, or should I say next NBA season. And everything kicks off on the 23rd which is pretty much next week. NBA season kicks off. So we'll just see where the Spurs are going. Houston Rockets, what is up, dude? What is up with James Harden, bro? Like, I understand, you want to get out of there. You want to go get a title, but nobody's going to take on your salary, dude. You're way too expensive. It's not like you're going to take a pay cut. It's not like they can restructure your contract, although they probably should, restructure it somehow wherever he goes to, but he's not going to do that. So I know I have some Houston Rockets fans out there. Let me know what your thoughts are on this situation. Is Harden going to be a Rocket for the entire season, or he's going to get dealt with? A lot of people are saying Philly, or maybe going somewhere up east, like in Brooklyn, because they got the money for that. Whoever the new owner is up there. But of course, you got to get rid of like pretty much half of your freaking bench just to get Harden up in there. Honestly, think he's gonna be a Rocket. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere, and he's just, how he's been giving them the cold shoulder and stuff like that. Wall looks pretty good. You got Cousins up in there. He looks pretty good. Both of them coming off of injuries, so it looks promising. And they're not going to be the top seed in the West. It could be maybe 4 or 5, because pretty much you got both Clippers on the top, and then my honestly opinion could be number 3 could be Dallas, because Luka is just balling, or it can even be Utah because of Mitchell. It's pretty much wide open when it comes to 4 all the way to 8, but your top 3 are. It's going to be both the Lakers team, and then number 3 I could either put Dallas or Utah. Would be either 3 and 4 between them, and then pretty much 5 through 8 is pretty much open. So we'll just see how it goes from there on the East. I don't know, Josie. What do you think about your Boston Celtics?
We're gonna win the NBA championship. What are you talking about?
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Breaking news: Boston Celtics are going to win the NBA championship.
Yeah, I mean the reason for concern is that Kevin Durant looks looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah, man.
The way he's come back so far. We'll see how that goes. He looks great. But my baby boy, Jason Tatum, is going to be a top 10 player in the NBA. If he isn't already,
I think he's a top 10 player.
Then he's going to be up. He's going to try to climb up to the top 5.
He has since he came into this league. That boy has not gone a downhill or has a little incline. He's been slightly going up pretty much almost every year, you know.
But I agree with you with your Mavs takes. The Mavs are going to be very good this year. Luka's going to win an MVP.
Whoa! Wow.
No, he's the favorite right now.
Wow.
You think that's shocking? He's the favorite right now.
Well, I mean, a lot of people think it. I don't really think it's shocking because he's coming into his own. Like
he's the favorite.
He's a bigger. I'm not saying he's 6 foot or 7 feet or anything like that. Like you know how KD is, but that boy's got some skills, and I would love to see them go at it because we never really got to see Luka take on KD because you know KD got hurt, but that would be a match to see. I can't wait for that matchup to go down on. But you know, Luka could, yes, he would be my pick for MVP. Fuck LeBron, let him go. He's too old. Whatever.
Anthony Davis take away his votes too.
That too. Yeah, I agree with that as well. And then plus, you know, LeBron's gonna be in the league until his fucking son comes into the league anyway, and then they're gonna be playing together. So
that's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait for that.
It's gonna happen. Like I forgot who it was. It was a while back when they were having that 4-peat or whatever against the Golden State Warriors, and they kept on saying like, "Oh, LeBron's gonna be playing with his son," and sure enough, fuck yeah, it's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, he becomes a free agent when his son's draft year becomes.
Yeah, and when he comes eligible, yeah, and that's some shit, man. And I think he'll only be because I'm 35. Yeah, he's only 36. So he'll still be sort of somewhat there. So
I mean, no one's ever done what he's done. I mean, let's all just expect him to continue to play as well as he has for as long.
He could be the next Tom Brady of the NBA. I mean, he'll be Tom Brady of the NBA.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, and if I think it would be wise for LeBron to stay with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Because
he's not going. He's going to be a Laker for life until he retires.
The Lakers, I think, are the odds-on favorite to win the title this year. And I think this is a great move for LeBron because, you know, he can just latch on to Anthony Davis, kind of ride it out.
Yep, ride that coattails.
Be a great number 2 and just continue bolstering his resume. He has 4 championships. We forget that now. He has 4.
Oh, now he has 4. Yep.
Yeah. 3
with three of them from different teams.
Celtics, Lakers this year. I can't wait.
Are you going to bring back that rivalry?
Yeah, and the Lakers are probably going to beat him because there's no one on this earth that can guard Anthony Davis. Especially not on the Celtics.
Yeah, that's true. They don't really, I mean, they have bigs, but they don't have.
We don't have 7-footers.
That's what I'm saying. You have bigs, but you don't have bigs.
Yeah, it's tragic.
Yeah, you know, and of course, Anthony Davis was pretty much a former point guard, so he know how to dribble the ball and stuff. And all of a sudden, he had a huge growth spurt, became 7 feet.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are going to be a solid duo in the East. I mean, they have a deep squad right now. They haven't traded it all for James Harden yet. I like Jared Allen, Texas guy. Chris LeVert's a good addition too. He's a good number 3. He's not someone that will expect a big role,
right?
And you know, I think Steve Nash could be a good coach too. You forget, I mean, they have
Steve Nash. They're going to be running that run and gun shoot thing.
Like Tony's there too.
Yep. That's what they're going to be like the same offense that when Steve Nash was in Phoenix. That's again they're going to be running in Brooklyn with some defense, I believe. I think they're going to be some defense in there. You know, when Nash was playing with the Suns, there was no defense whatsoever.
And it seems like the Lakers, their drafts are starting to come together for them. I mean, they drafted this guy Taylor Horton Tucker, who is seemingly popping off in the preseason. We'll see.
We'll see how he does in the regular season.
Yeah, we'll see how that is. But you know, oh boy, Connor Renfro just got
knocked out, dude.
He got crushed.
Oh.
Let's maybe not stand up Hunter Renfro.
I know, right? He got a helmet-to-helmet shot, bro.
Yeah, no.
Right there.
Crushed. Yeah,
that was helmet-to-helmet, and
yeah, it's tough for Hunter Renfro. But yeah, no, I we'll see what LeBron does. We'll see what Anthony Davis does. This NBA season's coming quicker than people expect.
Yep, it's next week, brother. It's starting next week. Well, speaking of the NFL, of course, you know, we just saw just get him knocked the fuck out.
We just saw one of the best wide receivers in the NFL get KO'd.
That's why he shouldn't be a punt returner.
Yeah, it's dangerous. That's let me tell you, that's one of the 3 jobs I would just never want on the field.
Returner.
Fuck that.
Unless you're Devin Hester, the one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, specifically a punt returner. I would never want to be a punt returner ever.
Or who was the other one? The human joystick from A&M. What was his name? The X Factor that used to play for Kansas City. Fuck. He was good too, but I still think Hester's probably the greatest of all.
Priest Holmes?
No, not Priest Holmes.
Shout out to Marshall.
Yep, shout out to Marshall right there. No, what was his Damian something? His name was I forgot his name, but he wore number 82. Damn it, Jay Steele, where the hell are you? Shit. You probably know who I'm talking about, but he was called the human joystick. He was like within the
Dante Hall.
There you go. Dante Hall. Yes. He was also a badass punt returner too as well.
Yeah. I had the internet in front of me and I decided I guess I should look it up.
Good. Well, always helps.
Yeah.
But the NFL,
your Cowboys stink, but they lost. They
won. They beat
the Bengals. They're not going to get the best offensive lineman now. Whatever.
No, I mean they're gonna.
Hey, they're still
what, top 5.
Hey, they're still in the hunt.
Yeah, well, yeah, still in the hunt for the division. Yeah, which is crazy and shocking.
Went out.
They have to, and then I think Washington has to lose at least one. So does the Giants.
Let me get you excited about the Cowboys real quick.
Okay, give me a side. What's up?
So they got the 49ers this week at home.
Okay, which are pretty much Niner-less.
I think that's a good spot for the Cowboys. I think they can win that game.
I think so too, because Niners don't have anybody anymore.
Yeah, Niners are 3-point favorites, but I think they can win that game. Maybe Andy pulls something out of his ass. I like the way he's been playing.
Maybe Zeke shows up and carries the ball for 100 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Then next week you got Eagles Cowboys.
Okay. And we got Hurts with that one because we know Wentz ain't gonna be playing.
Yeah, Wentz has been banished, unfortunately.
Yup.
Jalen Hurts stinks, so you've got a chance there. There you go. So that's 2-0 right there. So there you go. Now we're in week 17. In week 17, guess who you have?
The Washington football team.
No, you have the New York Giants.
Ooh.
New York Giants. And that could be for the division if you guys play your cards right. Daniel Jones, hamstring's been hurting him. Colt McCoy.
Hey, man, he's been, he gets him some wins.
Colt McCoy is good for 2 wins a year. Just 2. That is it. And Colt McCoy will not be winning another ball game after that. So.
Well,
So the Cowboys have a chance. Hey,
they do. They do have a chance.
This is their toughest game
to win the divisions. But I'm already just ready for the draft. Let's pick up a good offensive lineman, or get a good defensive end. Something. I'm just ready. But if they went out, props to them. Props to, I guess, would you say props to Mike McCarthy and the coaching staff, or would you say props to the players if they do win out?
It would be at Mike McCarthy,
right? It would be more Mike McCarthy thing, but
they're not going to. They're probably going to lose.
No, and the way the defense has been playing, just forget it. They just, like I said before on this show all the time, you play to your strengths, and when it comes to the Cowboys defense,
there are no strengths.
They're not. Because they are not a 4-3. They're not a 3-4 defense. They are a 4-3 defense. They are 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and your secondary. Because you can put LaMarcus on the ground where he's good at, and have Smith on the other side playing that defensive end on the ground, which he is good at, and let them just go after the quarterback. Dude, let them do their job instead of standing them up, putting them in pass coverage or pass blocking or whatever you want to call it, and then just, let them scramble around the field. No, they're better at going up the field, filling in their gaps, and taking out that quarterback. That's what we need to do. Get rid of freaking Nolan. Yeah, okay, McCarthy, he's your buddy and all that stuff. That's why you hired him. But their Cowboys are not a 3-4 defense. They are a 4-3 defense. And that's what they need to be. Just saying. Bring back Chris. Was it Chris Bouchard? Was it Chris? No. Who was that former defensive coordinator that they had when Garrett was there? Was it Chris? Chris what? Was it Chris Bouchard? Is it Chris Bouchard? I know it's not Chris Bouchard because that's the analyst from ESPN. But bring him back. He has been sitting out for this whole year. He had offers for Jaws, but as a secondary coach. He wants to be that defensive coordinator. And when he was a defensive coordinator for the Cowboys were good. The defense was good because they were a 4-3 defense. Bring him back.
Can you just tell the Cowboys to hire Lincoln Riley already? Let's get him out of
I mean, they can pay him the money, but, you know.
Speaking of Lincoln Riley, are your shitty-ass college football team, are they going to accept the bowl invite?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they will.
Are they too good for that now? Is that what they are?
No, they'll take a bowl game. I'm pretty sure they're going to take a bowl game because, you know, it was National Signing Day yesterday. They had bringing some pretty in recruits. You know, we didn't get some 5 stars, but we got our 3s and we got our 4s, which is pretty crazy when it comes to UT.
They didn't get a 5-star?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, not yet, because we still have the actual signing day. This was early signing day, and we still have the actual signing day in February, to where we still have some 5 stars potentially coming to Texas. And we know Tom Herman is coming back for another year.
Hilarious.
I mean, I kind of saw that coming because of the way this year went, whole COVID and all that stuff. Sam Ehlinger is not going to come back. He is gone. He's going to go to the draft.
Not get drafted.
We'll see. Because I think he was going to show up at the Senior Bowl.
Sure. I love it. That's where quarterbacks go to dominate, the Senior Bowl.
Well, I mean, that's where you get to show against the scouts, and that pretty much every scout is going to be there, you know. But I'm just saying, like, he's not going to be coming back. We're going to see some fresh blood in the quarterback position, whether it's Thompson, Wright, or Jackson there. So we'll see how that goes with that. We already got our running back set. We got our lines pretty much set. We got our receivers set. Our secondaries is going to come up again and still going to be good because we're just pretty much replacing. Pretty much the only one that's going to be replaced is Caden Stearns because he's entering the draft.
King.
He's badass, dude.
I love
represent
Stearns,
steel, bro.
He fucking pissed me off because his fucking ass didn't go to Oklahoma State, that dick. His brother went to Oklahoma State and dominated, but he just didn't want to follow in his footsteps.
He wanted to be his own.
Yeah.
He wanted to be his own. But yeah, I think UT looks promising. They're gonna probably take a bowl game.
So I'm looking at the recruiting rankings right now. I never do this. I literally never do. I never look at recruiting rankings. In fact, Texas no 5 stars, which is hilarious.
Nope.
They're 17th right now. And you know, I was thinking optimistically. I was like, oh, where could Oklahoma State be? You know, where could they? You know, maybe top 25. No, they're not even in like the top 100. I'm scrolling right now and I can't find them.
Yeah,
37. Just kidding.
Okay, there you go.
They're 37. That's garbage. You know what? You want to know? No 5 stars, no 4 stars, 18 3 stars. That's the Mike Gundy special right there. That's why why they always get beat by SEC programs.
But yet they do have the talent to where they pretty much shut up and play, as you know, any Oklahoma State football team has done within the Big 12.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on from Mike Gundy already. If Texas wants a coach, go get Mike Gundy. He fits the program.
No, thank you.
He fits the program. You want offense? He'll give you the offense.
Thank you.
I think a lot of the big donors at Texas would enjoy his political leaning.
I'm good,
and I think it'd be good.
I'm good. But here, let me ask you this: since this is a championship Saturday this weekend, who you got, Clemson or Notre Dame for the ACC?
Gonna fucking dog walk them
because of Trevor.
Yeah.
Okay.
My quarterback.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's going to the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going back to the Jets. I picked Notre Dame for that one. I think Notre Dame's going to go ahead and do that, and there goes Clemson. Bye out of the national championship.
10.5 point favorites. Clemson are. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you know.
Just, always got to go for the underdog, bro.
Hey, I'm letting you know.
Okay.
Just want you to be educated.
Thank you so much for that. I do
Clemson
appreciate it. Of course, Ohio State, Northwestern. Ohio State's going to be in that one.
Ohio State's going to
dominate. Who doesn't even deserve to be, once again, be in the freaking college football playoff?
But
they
names
don't.
Names matter.
Yes, because it's Ohio State and the Big Ten got to represent. Yes. They don't want freaking 3 teams of the SEC in there, whatever. But I honestly think, dude, for real, number 4 should be Texas A&M. If they beat Tennessee,
no,
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. Yes, coming from a UT fan,
I would rather have a Cincinnati in there.
Okay, I'll take Cincinnati too because they're undefeated, but they didn't play anybody. I mean, it just sucks.
I'd rather see them. I believe A&M's losses to Alabama. Did they play this year?
Yeah, that's the only loss that they have to was Alabama.
Yeah, I'm all right.
And it wasn't even a blowout.
Damn, Josh Jacobs scored. That's not good for the fantasy team.
Oh, great. Well, I don't think I have anybody playing today.
No, man, you're out. You've been out.
I've been out, bro. I'm like the Cowboys, dude. That's my record right now.
Yeah.
Like, I lost to Slaughter last week, bro.
Just tough look.
Yeah, that's all right. I got next year. That's what happens, your quarterback blow out his ankle or whatever. And then Lamar Jackson has not been Lamar Jackson lately. So there you go with that. And, of course, I got Cooper, and he hasn't done shit because they don't have a quarterback or a line to get the deep ball. So, anyways, but college football, all championship Saturday this week. We'll see how it goes. Is there going to be any shakeups when it comes to the top 4 in the college football playoff? I may be saying yes, because if Notre Dame beats Clemson, there goes Clemson, and bringing somebody else in, whether it's another SEC or Cincinnati or who knows, even fucking Coastal Carolina. Give me them Chanticleers.
I do not want to see Notre Dame in another top 4 and then get their fucking ass kicked again.
I think it's different this year because Brian Kelly revamped it again. That school and that coaching staff, and they have a lot of seniors on this squad this year. So I'm just saying, if they lose to Clemson, they're still going to be in the college football playoff, I think.
Yes, I was going to say this. I think that Notre Dame gets beat by Clemson, and I hope it's by a close margin at least. So they stay in the college football championship, because I don't want to see Texas A&M there. Kellen Mond sucks. Kellen Mond,
Reagan Rattler.
That's really. I think that's like 85% of the reason why I don't think he's good. I just won't believe that a North Side or a Northeast, whatever the fuck, school district quarterback is going to be good enough to win a playoff game. That's just no way. There's just no way. You can cut it however you want, but it's going to be really funny, Andrew. Notre Dame loses. They'll be number 4. They play Alabama first round. So they're going to be fucking spanked by Clemson. And then they get Alabama, and they're going to dominate by them too again. We're going to get Manti Te'o flashbacks. We're going to get the Manti Te'o flashbacks in the Natty that year. Is that what we're going to get?
I'm telling you, dude, it's a whole different squad from, what was it, 2000?
That was like 2010.
10, right? Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
So all that to say, like, I don't want to see Notre Dame get their ass spanked, but I don't want to see A&M, or I don't want to see A&M in there either. So there's just a lot of bad choices, but I guess give me the 4 brand names and we can roll with it.
Well, we'll just see how it goes, man. Is there going to be a shakeup this weekend? We'll find out on this weekend.
A&M, just enjoy the Sugar Bowl. Just enjoy the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Play. Sure. Who they're gonna play? Iowa State.
Yeah, it'll be somebody from the Big 10, probably. No, it'll be somebody probably from the Big 12.
Yeah, because it's gonna be Oklahoma or Iowa State.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That'd be.
We'll just see.
I wouldn't even watch the game. My arms would just be chopped off. I hate A&M. I don't like Oklahoma. What a terrible time. That's a terrible game. I'm not gonna enjoy watching.
We'll see, brother. We'll see how it goes this weekend. It's all going down this weekend. Championship Saturday. Here we go.
Shout out to UTSA for making a bowl and accepting.
Yes.
Making 2 bowls.
Making 2 bowls, in 1 year.
Yeah, and now that they're gonna play not Kansas State because they have a COVID problem. Someone in the Big 12.
That'd be cool if it's UT.
I was gonna ask you, Andrew.
I'll just say it right now. Why not?
Andrew, how many points do you think UT wins by? I think UT dog walks them, dominate him.
Okay, I'll give you that scenario.
Ellinger would just be
by 2 touchdowns if that happens.
I think it would be like 28 points. Like, it'd just be going away. It's simply because Sam Ellinger's so good compared to Frank Harris that it really would not be.
If you're on me answer that question,
I'd love
by 2 touchdowns. There you go.
But I think I read reports that it's supposed to be Texas Tech, and I said UTSA would embarrass Texas Tech.
Yeah, I think so too.
Embarrass.
And this is UTS if they play somebody within the Big 12.
This is their chance.
Thank you.
This is their chance.
It's their shot to get into the Big 12.
This is their chance to get recruits.
That too. But I'm saying going to a bigger conference. Make the Big 12 12 again. Why not bring in UTSA? Why not? They're still within the region. I mean,
they just need to be respectable. They need to be a respectable program.
And getting into the Big 12 could possibly get you there.
Yeah, of course. You just need to if they can beat and just handily like take out a Texas Tech. I've got A&M in my brain all the time now. A Texas Tech team that's like 3-5, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll show that maybe they can hang.
Yeah.
Maybe they can hang. Yeah. But if they lose this game to almost last place, Big 12.
I mean, like, who is the they wouldn't be Kansas. I guarantee you that. They're not going to be the Kansas of the Big 12 if they do come in.
That'd be a fun matchup. I would love to see Les Miles come down to the Alamo Dome. I'd
love
to see that.
They're in the region. Why not? They're in the region. You had what was it? 4 teams anyway from Texas that were in the Big 12.
I kind of wish that instead of they were supposed to play LSU this year,
right?
Instead of scheduling an LSU who will get a good amount of money from like $3 million,
right?
Their asses big. Thanks for coming out. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How about we play like a Kansas? How about we roll the dice? Maybe we play someone shitty out of the Big 12. See how we do. It's like I'd like it to be like a little measuring stick at the beginning of the year.
I would agree with that too. I would have loved to seen that too.
Instead, we play
Why
Army.
Not?
Instead, we play Army and get triple option.
BYU did it with Coastal Carolina. They said anytime, anywhere, any place, and look how that game turned out.
Respect to us because we played BYU this year.
So I mean, it's this. If UTSA plays somebody from the Big 12, whether if it's a Texas school or a Kansas school, whatever. And if they show up and they show out, why not give them a call and say, hey, want to come be in a Power 5 squad? Want to try to have a shot at national championships? Come over here.
SMU and Houston would be so fucking bitter.
What have they done for me lately?
Well, SMU is like ranked or something. Like
well, yeah, I mean, because you got Shane back there slinging that ball around.
You know what? Shane Buechele has been in fucking football and college football forever. He's been in college football forever now.
Yes, yeah, he is. And he's also been on fire too because that boy can still sling it. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what's going on within. We'll come back from next week, and that's pretty much it when it comes to this show. This is the Film Room. We're live here every Thursday night, downtown Southtown 101 Pub Sports Radio Studios. I'm your host, Texas Drew, along with the producer Josie. We're here every Thursday. Don't forget to wash your hands, take 6 feet apart, and wear your mask. I am out. Peace.